So the lovely ladies at Moyou London have sent me some goodies and bits and pieces to try out, to review. And what I have with me are 3 of their stamping plates. I've got 2 of the standard size and 1 of the XL, as well as 1 of their stampers and 1 of their scrapers. Now, just to start off, first impressions, their website is like an angelic gift of all things that are beautiful and stampy and retro, and it is just so much fun searching through those plates. And the problem won't be finding one that you like, it'll be limiting how many you want to order, to be honest with you. Now, I loved when I opened the packet and saw what they come in, so I'm just going to show you one of these here. And all of their stamping plates come in these beautiful little retro packets. Now this is a pro plate. The princess plate has a different sleeve, as do all the other plates. And when you get the plate, you wonder what it is at first. If you bought any other stamping plates, most of mine are different brands and they're round, and you can have like a mini CD wallet to keep them. But these just feel like beautiful little secret gifts. And when you pull it out, I didn't realise this when I got mine, that it's backed on a piece of like plastic. That's Moyou London on the back, so it's really sturdy. It also comes with a blue plastic film to protect it. So before you use it, make sure that you peel this off. Now the ladies have given me 3 different stamping plates here, and they gave me the option of choosing some. So to do the best sort of a review, I thought I'd go for 2 standard plates and 1 XL. So in the terms of standard plates, I mean they're the smaller sizing. I've gone for the Princess Collection, number 9, the Pro Collection, number 4, and the Pro Collection XL, number 6. First impressions, really prompt postage, lovely people to deal with, and just gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. And they even have the instructions on the back of how to use them. So as well as the 3 plates I've got for Moyou London, I also have their stamper. This is the large. It also has a smaller end on it too. And their scraper. Now I haven't primed this stamper. On my existing stamper I've primed it, and I've done that by lightly buffing it with a 240 grit file and cleaning it with isopropyl alcohol. I've just cleaned this with isopropyl alcohol just to see if it does make much of a difference and if this stamper does need to be primed. I'm going to be using my plain black Conad stamping polish, and I'm going to be picking up this design. And just lightly roll your stamper over. Now just to give you a demonstration, this is the Moyou stamper. I've already applied this design, and this design is off the Princess Collection 9 plate to my squishy stamper, which I have primed. Now it has picked up slightly more with the squishy stamper, but it does look slightly sharper on the Moyou stamper, and this is the Moyou. Now I've applied 2 coats of nail polish to my nails, and now we're going to go straight in with the stamper. Make sure you mark it up on the side and just gently roll over. Now don't worry about any of the excess bits of polish. You can just use a brush or a dotting tool to clean those up, so I'll zoom in a bit for you so you can see me doing that. We're just going to go down the sides, or you can dampen your brush with a little isopropyl alcohol and just stroke it round. And that is ready to top coat. Now, as well as full nail coverage designs, Moyou plates tend to have a mixture of both unless you choose a full coverage. So on this one we have a combination between a full coverage nail here and then little details that we can pop on. I really love this one here. I think that's really beautiful. You could add some jewels to that one after it's applied. Now I'm going to show you this bird on barbed wire design. So you need to remember to work quickly when you're stamping. I'm going to start by applying my polish. Get your scraper and put it across firmly at a 45-degree angle, and then gently roll your stamper over. And there we have the finished design on the stamp. If you have any extra polish, you can just remove that off. And now we're going to apply that to our nail. Just to say that my nails do look dry because I dehydrated them before I applied my polish with some Scrub Fresh. Take your stamper and check where the design is, and line it up with where you want it to be on the nail. And then just gently roll over. Now we have the design. Again, take a brush, lightly dampened with isopropyl alcohol, and we're going to leave that a couple of minutes to make sure it's entirely dry before we top coat. Now you can see that I don't have particularly long nails, as you can see from underneath. So these plates, the regular plates, do cover a shorter nail perfectly, but what about when it comes to things like a thumb? Now in honesty, the regular plates aren't big enough to cover most people's thumbs. So here's mine. I don't have a particularly long nail on this one again. And I'm just going to show you what it's like when you use a regular plate, as in not an XL plate, on your thumb. I'm using the Pro Collection 4 plate here, and the design I'm going to use on my thumb is this one here. So again, we're just going to quickly apply our polish, scrape firmly at a 45-degree angle, and roll the stamper over. There we have the design. Just take off the excess. And just to say, when you want to clean your stamper in between doing different designs or the same design, I just use a pad lightly soaked with isopropyl alcohol. Now we're going to go onto our thumb, and I'm going to take it right to one corner and go across. And you can see we're left with a gap down this side and the line of where the design is finished down here. Now it looks okay, but I wouldn't actually be happy with that. That's where the Pro XL plates come in. Now this one is the Pro Collection XL6, and we can see we've got the same design here. So I'm going to remove the polish off my thumb and the stamping, and I'm going to show you again with an XL plate to demonstrate the difference in size. So again, we're just going to take our stamping polish. You don't really need to cover a whole design. In fact, it's better sometimes if you don't, because that can encourage bleeding, because you'll overload the design. Take your stamping scraper and firmly go over the design, and then roll your stamper over it gently to pick it up. There we have the design. Now we're ready to apply our stamp. Start at the far side and gently roll over. And like I said, when you want to tidy up the design, you can just use an orange wood stick if you want, but what is neatest is a brush. And as I said, you can either have it dampened with isopropyl alcohol, or now I have got some acetone on here, or if you're doing your nails at home, then you can just use a little bit of polish remover just to get a nice tidy finish. And as we can see now on this design, this is from the Pro Collection XL Plate 06, which is the same design as is on the Pro Collection 4 plate, but it's XL, so it's bigger, so we've got a great coverage right across from one side to the other. Also, they tend to be a lot longer, so if you do have longer nails than me, then it might be worth investing in some of the XL plates. We are ready to top coat here now, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And here we have the finished nails. I've put a few different designs just to show you on here. So how would I rate these? I'd probably give them actually a 9 out of 10. I love these plates. They're beautifully displayed. They're really robust. There's lots of images per plate. They are a bit more pricey than a lot of other plates on the market, but you are getting more images, and the images are beautiful. The range is fantastic. The only problem I think I'd have is I really want to get all of them. So every time I see someone doing a design with a Moyou London plate, I want that plate if I haven't got it. Also, they've lost the point mainly because of the size of the standard images. It's okay if you've got shorter nails like me, and you can get around it a little bit by applying it diagonally. Once you've got your design on your stamp, you can apply it diagonally onto the nail, and that can get around it a little bit. But I think they'd have scored a 10 out of 10, no problem, if the whole range had had larger plates, or even the standard plates were just a little bit bigger, because I think if my nails got any longer, if I was going for full coverage, I'd struggle on quite a few of them and I'd have to go to the XL. But these plates are fantastic. I cannot recommend them highly enough. They're brilliant and easy to use if you're a professional or if you're a consumer at home wanting to do your own nails. They're absolutely wonderful. They're so easy to clean with a pad with some acetone on. Just remember, depending on how nicely you want to keep your stamping plates, I'd avoid, to be honest with you, using a metal scraper on them because they're just so pretty. These are stamps that you want to be able to pull out and they look pretty. You don't want them covered in metal scratches. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I can happily and highly recommend the Moyou London Stamping Plates to you. And I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching.